Welcome, everyone, to the Precision Defense Shooting Teams podcast. I'm here with Jesse Misko. How are you, Jesse?
Hey, Brad, I'm doing really well.
Doing good. All right. Well, hey, I'm excited about the young lady we're going to talk to today. I ran into her at the SASP Worlds, or Nationals, I think they call it, and had a chance to just chit chat briefly and was just impressed, I guess. So when me and Jesse talked about this topic, one of the first people that came to both our minds was this young lady. So Kylie Wells, introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about you.
Oh, I'm 15. I'm from Fayette, Missouri, and I shoot in a bunch of different sports, shooting sports. So
I know by following some of your posts you put up that is not an understatement. You enjoy a lot of different things that has to do with shooting. So expand on that for us.
I love shooting different disciplines. Some people say you can't do everything, but I sure like to try. I shoot Steel Challenge, Rimfire Challenge, USPSA, SASP Action Pistol, Olympic Sport and Air Pistol. And then I've been shooting some 3-position, trap, sporting clays, silhouette, PPC. I shot I-Core last weekend, 3-gun, high power. I shoot it all, basically.
Bianchi Cup with the 22.
Yeah, I did do that as well. So that was interesting.
Fun. I actually think I met you at Worlds. You may not remember that, though.
Yeah, I think I might.
You remember that? Okay. I know I was sighting in a rifle, I think, for the next day, and you bounced down, having some ammo issues, trying to get things running, and at the sight-in plate, and jumped in there and got things going. So it wasn't a formal introduction. It was just like, hey, young lady, get in there and do what you got to do. I can sight this in afterwards. But regardless, you have a lot of really good qualities, Kylie. And there's a couple of them I noticed. Tell me, this is not bragging, you're being asked. So tell me the things that you think, I guess you would call, really strengths or character strengths of yourself, things that you're the most proud of when you would describe yourself.
So probably the coolest thing I could probably say is I have currently 12 stage steel world records. My favorite sport is obviously Steel Challenge. It's my main one because it's not limited to one gun. You can have multiple chances to succeed. So I shoot 8 usually when I go to a match, like 7 or 8 guns. And then, so if you do bad with one of them, you have other chances. Probably the Junior Olympics I went to, I shot that. And I got second in my division. Just a bunch of different stuff.
How long had you been shooting the Olympics for at that point?
Probably 4 months.
Oh, wow.
You put to shame a lot of other people, that's for sure.
Tell us about your coaching.
Mainly it's my dad. Me and my dad do like literally everything together. We've gathered tips and tricks not tricks, but tips from everyone and just kind of like work them into like our own ways in shooting. His hobby's my hobby, and if we're in something, we're in 100%. So, just my dad, basically.
Yeah,
Jim McGowan helped me get into it. He got me into steel. He got me into shooting in general. He took me to a silhouette match.
Who was that you said I talked over you?
Jim McGowan.
Okay.
He was my dad's work buddy, and he took me out to that.
Gotcha. And I know you. Sometimes you'll be practicing with the Krauses, and just kind of to say something to everybody is if you're practicing with somebody and you're trying to compete against them, you actually find ways to get a lot faster with that competition. Because I know you and Tristan went at it with Outer Limits, seeing how fast you could go. So that was fun to watch.
Yeah, it's definitely different having people out at practice with you because it puts like a sense of stress on you. And that's how it is at matches. So we definitely like it when people come out and shoot. We did go at it on Outer Limits. It was a lot of fun.
I don't think you hit all the plates, but what was your fastest time just in general? Because I know you're trying to push past even just hitting the plates.
I don't remember the ones that I didn't not hit the plates, but I know that when I did hit the plates, I think my fastest time was a 2.8 something, like a 2.88 or 8.2.
Nice.
But that's a practice, and you don't usually do that at a match, or at least I don't.
But hey, you can do it, so I bet you soon enough.
It was a different way of practicing that I never really do, so it was interesting.
You talked about picking up little things from people. And I think so my coaching background goes through a lot of sports. I've not been shooting competitively very long, but I think that's a really smart thing to do. I've kind of said many times there's very few unique ideas, but there's a whole lot of copying that we all do from hearing different people's ideas, and we might tweak them and turn them into our own. So it sounds like you're someone that likes to listen to people and then tweak it to fit your style of shooting. Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah, I don't act like I know everything. There are people. There's always someone who's faster, and maybe because of something they do. So I started shooting Smoke and Hope a different way, just because Grant Kunkel did, and I seemed to like it, so I stuck with it. And I think we had a conversation about that at SCSB Nationals, is why I shot it that way.
We did.
And,
It was
yeah, but yeah, if you practice something enough, I think almost anything can be about the same in time.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, they're like getting to that first plate, just little stuff like that can cut off tenths of a second.
Yeah. I know I was so impressed that, just about the way you handle yourself in public. When I talked to your dad and he said you're 15, I'm like, there's no way this young lady is 15 years old. She seems mature beyond her years. But it's not just, the way you act, but just the way you think about things and the way you verbalize your thoughts. And I think you have a gift there, and probably a lot of that comes from your father's upbringing and expectations. But I know it was really neat listening to your thought patterns, just about how you were planning to shoot a stage and the whys, and just having just a 5-minute conversation about different ways to do it and the why. So that was fun. I think that's a major strength you have that a lot of people your age don't have, which might be part of the reason for some of your ridiculously great success.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Where did you get that, do you think?
I'm gonna trace it back to when you said my dad's upbringing.
Yeah.
Like I push myself a lot, and he does too. And there's this thing he does. It's like doesn't quite tell you shot amazing, even if you did. Never wants to give you an expectation, a bar to reach. You can always do better. And
Yeah.
I'm really competitive. So that push, I'm like, are you telling me I can't do something? So I just, yeah.
Well, one of my notes here is Kylie has the ability to smile and enjoy her surroundings, but is insanely a fierce competitor. And I think that's probably pretty accurate. And I picked that up by just hanging out with you for a few minutes here and there. It's when the buzzer goes off, like Kylie is fearless, which is very cool. But when it's not, you can really relax and just enjoy your friends, your family, the teammates around you. Some people can't separate those two. You seem to do that well.
Well, thank you. I figure if you're not having fun, outside of the shooting as well, just hanging out there, then why are you doing it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and something Kylie and I, along with the McCoys and the Alex Johnson that I'm always with, we tend to shoot pretty much, we're relatively close together, so we end up at a lot of the same matches. And you're not wrong when you say she has the competitiveness, because there are, and I'm not trying to say this just because, but every time her and I shoot at a match, in the back of my head, I've always got that worry that she will beat me, because she has before and she might do it again. So
I can turn anything into a competition.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Talk to me about your role models, your heroes, people that have made a positive impact in your life.
So Bendy Hammers helped me out quite a bit. I decided I was going to shoot open, and I thought open was going to be the next easiest thing to get a grandmaster in, and boy was I wrong, because open is not easy. I'm like a couple seconds away from grandmaster, and it's like the most painful thing ever. But anyways, Ben got me into it, and he was like, teach me how to draw. I do draw the way that he told me to, and just working with him through that, like getting into open would have been so much harder if I hadn't have had his help.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely Jim McGowan. I mean, he got me into it, so I mean, have to credit him. And then probably, Billy and Diane, because they are my range grandparents, and I remember the first time I broke 100 seconds and I was like, oh my God, I'm going places. I'm amazing. No one can beat me. I'm just too good. And they were like, they got me on team. They like talked to Strickland, and Strickland was like, I met him and I got on the team and it was awesome and it was best thing ever. So I love them more than anything. And they are my grandparents. So, and then Deb and Ken, they're another set of range grandparents. They're amazing. She gives me lots of chocolate. So
Yeah, if
that's
you've, I've had the great opportunity to squad with both the McCoys, so Billy and Diane, and also Ken and Deb. And if you haven't been on their squad, they are the most positive, most just fun people to be with. So hats off to those people because they're amazing.
absolutely.
This is good for me because I'm from a different part of the world, right? So a lot of these names are people I have not met yet. So I'm enjoying catching a few of these names. More people that I have to be introduced to when you get a chance, Jesse.
Yeah, for sure.
That's also a competition of mine, trying to keep them away from my range grandparents,
That
fending
is,
them off.
that is true.
Alex Johnson, I'm talking to you. The Krauses, back away.
Well, your dad might be more famous than you, because
He has started shooting. He shot at a rimfire match, and I kid you not, my dad, I thought he almost beat me on a stage. I was scared.
Uh-oh. Well, I'm not talking about shooting. I'm talking about he's got like good food on that grill attached to that
Oh,
buggy.
yeah.
That is no joke. You want to know why we do that? You're cooking on the range, making this steak, this nice shrimp, and your competition is just smelling it while they're shooting, and it's just
Yep.
like
It's a distraction. It's a competitive advantage.
I'm kidding. We bring hot dogs, lots of them, and we just like feed the kids.
Well, I remember at Worlds, there again, I'm so new to this, so very few people knew who I was, but I was going through there, and your dad had no idea who I was, but he was so friendly. He's like, grab a hot dog, and he meant, you could tell he wasn't just trying to be nice. It's just who he was. He was, enjoying the day and, wanted other people to as well. So you remember things like that. And I guess, that gives all of us a reminder that we need to do those things for people as well. When we notice when people do nice things for us, it certainly needs to be paid forward, right?
We try to have a good time. Might as well just be kind to everyone. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, what kind of goals are you having for the future, and I guess any of the sports that you're shooting right now?
So definitely getting a grandmaster in all steel challenge divisions. I just got a revolver, actually. Throw that in there. It is freaking awesome.
Everybody better watch out.
A Nighthawk court, and like I shot an I-Core match with it. I shot a steel challenge match. I'm just like getting in there, man. But anyways, some other goals is I'd like to try and find a way to make a living in this industry. Now, that is very uncommon, but no one can say no. So yeah,
that's a great goal.
It is indeed.
Yeah, I think the happiest people are the people that find a way to make a living doing what they love to do, right?
Might as well try.
I'm certainly not going to say that Kylie can't do it. Are you, Jesse?
No, I expect her to do it. I know her pretty well.
For sure.
This is a little off topic, but I shot a 3-gun match, and when I tell you this was so much fun, I brought all my stuff from Evan Craig, but I have been cranking out the quad loading, and it looks so cool when you're doing it too. So It's like some John Wick stuff. I kid you not.
It's cool until there's shotgun shells just flying everywhere.
That is cool, and I don't know what you're talking about. That is the coolest part.
Now
I'm actually going to Gen 3 this weekend, so I'm like watching all these videos. Got to soak in the YouTube.
Are we going to see you at RCSA Worlds?
Unfortunately, this year I will not be. This will be the first year that I haven't been, but instead, I shall be going to the Mississippi State Steel Challenge match, and we're going to be on the beach. And I have not been on a warm beach, so I am ready.
Yeah, well, you probably earned that, I would say.
We went to California one time, and we picked that match because we love Kurt Grimes in them, but also because the beach. And when I went to the ocean, I'm telling you, I packed shorts, tank tops, I was ready, and it was cold. It was ice. I still went in because I went all that way, but freezing.
Yeah,
Like I could have went in the lake in Missouri, but anyways.
I just had the privilege to go to that Area 2 match this year, and it was amazing. But yes, it was cold.
Yeah. So lots of fun matches coming up.
Now, a little birdie told me that you have got something else you're doing right now that's not related to shooting. Is that accurate?
Ooh, it could be anything. What are we talking about? Interesting.
It's an after-school activity.
Which one? Band?
Band, yes.
Oh, okay. Ooh, okay.
How's that going?
I actually am very passionate about my trumpet playing. I love it very much. Fayette Falcon Pride Band, go follow them or something because we are amazing. We've been actually working on our field show, so we've been practicing Tuesday nights and Thursday nights, and then I've got trap practice on Wednesday nights, and then I gotta clean my guns on Monday nights, and then I shoot on the weekends. So it's definitely cutting into my shooting time. But
that's good. Now, one of the reasons I asked you that question is Mr. Misko, our friend over there that's in this conversation, had mentioned in another podcast that his music background he thought helped him some because it helps him kind of create a rhythm or a song in the back of his head when he's shooting some of the stages. Is that something that you do as well?
I do. Like, well, not so much in Rimfire Challenge because, anything can happen in that sport. But Steel Challenge, like Smoke and Hope, you know what that sounds like. You know what Roundabout sounds like. So, like, I don't even got to see the stage. If I can hear someone shooting and I'm like, yep, I know what that is.
Yeah. That's good. That's good stuff. How did you start shooting? Did we talk about that one?
No, that'd be good.
Yeah, I was talking about Jim, but another thing is the first gun I ever shot was actually a fully automatic. So that's pretty cool. And it was suppressed. Wow. I shot a car. So that's cool.
The driver was not, I'm hoping.
No, it was this minivan just sitting out there. It was actually we were big into mud trucking, pulling trucks. And we kind of set that aside a little bit because of my shooting. It's very expensive. But we went to a CMMG thing that was at an off-road park. And I was like, you know what, Dad? I want one. And of course I couldn't get one because it's fully automatic. And you know how that goes. But then he got me this Muddy Girl, like pink AR style 22. And that's what I used for the first year of my career. And it was I still have it. I love that gun.
That might be in the trophy case there. It might just be a permanent fixture at some point.
Of course. But here's the thing. It was bad because my dad was in a divorce at the time. And they like posted the video of me shooting that. Like and my dad was like, no. That's not good. I was like an 8-year-old just hammering down these rounds.
So have you determined whether the new gun or the car is going to come next?
We've been talking about this, and my dad's like, oh, I need to get you a car. I'm like, no. You see this mighty fine revolver that I have in my hand? I would arguably agree that this is the better choice. This would help me out. I'm trying to convince him.
Take the car, Kylie. Save yourself. Take the car.
No.
I know the revolver is pretty nice, Jesse.
I'm trying to convince him that we can share this mighty fine truck of his. I mean, he has a work truck, we can just share, take turns. And he's like, no, that's mine. No, thank you.
He might be thinking the car is just going to be a whole lot less money than that revolver. That might be what he's thinking.
Oh, I doubt it. Well, actually, that's actually a valid point you make there.
Yeah, this is not the standard Smith & Wesson revolver that we're talking
now
about.
I'm looking at shotguns and I'm just like bringing out all these dream guns I have of mine. And Dad's like, oh, you need to get a job. I'm like, when would I fit it in? Like, you can't have both.
Well, Kylie, I'll tell you, I have really enjoyed this chit-chatting here and getting to know you a little bit. And I think the shooting world is going to really enjoy listening to you a little bit and being able to attach a personality and a face to the names we see on at the top of all the scorecards, right? And just want to thank you sincerely for taking a little bit of time out of your busy schedule. I look forward to getting to exchange ideas and thoughts and strategies next time I run into you at the range. I'm sure I'm going to have a bunch because I always ask questions. I think I've asked Jesse like 12 today, texting like, okay, why did this happen? And yeah, so anyway, we have fun with it. But
Well, I have lots of opinions, so that is perfect.
it's good. It's good. So you're thoughtful and you're thinking about stuff. So, but thank you very much for hanging out with us for a few minutes and telling us about yourself. We appreciate your attitude and the way you help others, and continue to do those things.
Well, thank you. It's not very often you get interviewed.
Well, you've earned it.
Thanks,
Okay, we're
Kylie.
going to sign off. Thank you and talk to you soon.
Alrighty. Bye-bye.
See you.